What's up, my Bringlese family? Welcome back to the newest video. But before we start, I just want to briefly mention the Bringlese English class, which, guys, 6 times a month, I have a live English lesson for all you guys who want to learn English. It's a live, direct on YouTube lesson. You can chat with me, you can ask me questions directly in the moment, and you can take all the notes that I take during my lessons and you can print it, you can write on it, do whatever you want. The lessons are super, super helpful and useful for those of you who want to learn English. The level is probably A2 to C1 and in between. So if you are one of those levels and you want to learn English, check it out. It's only $10 a month, about 9 euros for 6 lessons. So check that out and let's get started with the video. Okay, guys, so today we have a B2 English test, very common level for a lot of Italians. Before you see me take the test, check the link in the description and you can take the test before me. So go check that out. And if you're done with the test, now come back and watch me take it. So let's start right here with number one. I'm very happy in India. I really miss being there. To live, to have lived, to be lived, to be living. I'm very happy to have lived in India. Why? Because now he doesn't live there. I really miss being there. Mi manca essere lì. So we have to use this. I'm very happy to have lived. If he still lived there, you could say to live, but it's in the past, so to have lived there. This verb tense is not too common, but let's go to number two. They didn't reach an agreement, their differences on account of, due, because, owing. A, B, and C all look good, but you would have to say they didn't reach an agreement due to their differences, or they didn't reach an agreement because of their differences. Owing, not very good, but on account of looks good. Okay? So maybe in Italian, like grazie a or dovuto a, but there's no preposition. There's no preposition. So A is correct. Number three, I wish I blank those words, but now it's too late. I wish I, not having said, have never said, had never said. This is the first question where I'm a little bit unsure. It's definitely either C or D, and I think it's going to be D because when you have I wish, the following verb goes into like a past tense similar to congiuntivo, subjunctive type tense. For example, I wish you were here, or I wish I were in New York. I wish I had never said those words. Let's try D for this one. Number four, the woman who has been missing for 10 days is believed to have been abducted, to be abducting, to be abducted, to have been abducting. C looks correct. Similar construction to number one, to have lived, to have been abducted. Okay, this is a passive voice. To have been abducted by someone. Well, let's go to number five. She was working on her computer with her baby next to herself, her, her own, hers. Just next to her. The baby was next to her, accanto a lei. Next page. Blank to offend anyone. She said both cakes were equally good. Not wanting to offend anyone, as not wanting. She didn't want to offend anyone because not wanting. The best here is just simply not wanting. Non volendo, not wanting to offend anyone. She said both cakes were equally good. I mean, this is grammatically correct too, but you're missing some grammar here. She didn't want to offend anyone, so, and if not wanting to offend anyone, this one works good without so in the middle of the sentence. Number seven, blank in trying to solve this problem. It's clearly unsolvable. There's no point. It's no point. There's a point. It's no need. There's no point. Non c'è un punto, un motivo. There's no point in trying to solve this problem. It's clearly unsolvable. What about number 8? Last year when I last met her, she told me she blank a letter every day for the last 2 months. Okay, this sentence is already strange because we have last, last, last. Okay. Last year when I last met her, she told me she had written. I know they're looking for past in the past. She had been writing a letter every day for the past 2 months. She had written a letter every day for the past 2 months. It's either A or C. We have to use past in the past. I'm wondering if a simple past in the past or this past perfect continuous. She had been writing a letter. Let's just stick with had written. Number 9. He blank robbed as he was walking out of the bank. So this is a perfect example of passive voice. Remember with passive voice we have two verb options, to be or to get. And then you have to conjugate that into the proper tense. So as he was walking out, like mentre stava uscendo. So we're in the past. So he were? No. He was, would have been okay. He got is best here. He got robbed. Passive voice. Number 10. Blank forced to do anything. He acted of his own free will. In no way was he. This is a nice example of inversion. No way he was. In any way he was. In any way was he. This is correct. In nessun modo era costretto. In no way was he. When you have these adverbs, negative adverbs, for example, in no way, it's an inversion trigger. So then instead of he was he. In no way was he forced to do anything. Next. And this is the last page, page 3 of 3. It blank the best idea to pay for those tickets by credit card. It was too risky. Okay, so we're in the past and we're saying forse non era l'idea migliore. So when we're talking about a forse or a maybe, we can use may or we can use might. And we're in the past tense. This is not past tense. This is not past tense. This is must, and it is in the past tense, but this is may in the past tense. So this one's correct. It may not have been. When you have may or might in the past tense, the following verb will be this have auxiliary verb. And after that, the participle. So it may not have been the best idea to pay for those tickets by credit card. It was too risky. Number 12. They blank in the basement for 3 months. Okay. They were made sleeping. No, sounds strange. They were made sleep. Sounds strange. They were made to sleep. No, or they made to sleep. I think again, we have a passive voice. So they were made to sleep. Although this sentence, I have to say, is very strange. I'm not even sure what this means. They were made to sleep. Maybe they were supposed to sleep. They should have slept in the basement for 3 months. They were made plus an infinitive to sleep. We'll never know what might have happened in the email earlier. Okay, so this is definitely like a third conditional impossibility, like se avesse mandato la mail prima. So what might have happened had he sent. Notice that the word if is not in the sentence, but that's okay if you do the inversion here. He had sent, had he sent, because there's no if. The other possibility here is if he had sent, but we don't have if, so we have to do this inversion. Had he sent. We'll never know what might have happened had he sent the email earlier. Perfect sentence. Congiuntivo impossibile. And 2 more questions. If success blank, we need to prepare ourselves for every possible scenario. If success is to be achieved, is achieved, will be achieved, is due to achieve. With if, we do not use will. So let's say it's not C. If success is achieved, no, because this is just present. If success is to be achieved, sounds good. Sometimes we can use this is to be plus a participle, meaning like kind of a future passive voice. If success is to be achieved, se il successo deve essere conquistato. It's probably a terrible example. But if success is to be achieved, we need to prepare ourselves for every possible scenario. And last, number 15, blank gifts to the judges. It's not allowed offering. It's not permitted to offer. It's not permitted offering, or it's not allowed to offer. The proper verb is allow, and it's not allowed to offer. Sounds the best in my mind. A lot of times when we have these adjectives, the following is an infinitive verb. So it's not allowed to offer. Let's see if I got 100%. Ooh, I missed two questions. So let's see. Correct, 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 correct. Okay. I remember I was deciding between these two. Honestly, really? She told me she had been writing or she had written. I think it's fine. Correct, 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 correct. And last one. Really? I still prefer D. Honestly, I give myself 15 out of 15. That's the thing about some of these tests. Especially this test, it was super like, it was almost like the test was written to trick you. So, not my favorite test that I've taken. Still 13 out of 15, but maybe you learned something from this test. I hope so. And if you guys like my content, one more time, check out the Bringlese English class over there in the corner. Super helpful, super useful, and I'll let you guys go right there, okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.